What do you think about Dwyane Wade's son coming out? His son, who was named Zion,
Right.
has now, I believe he's 13
Is
years
it
old.
Zaya
or
now?
12 years old. His original name was Zion, but now he wants to be known as Zaya.
Listen, did we talk about Boosie's angle on that whole thing? Because he got in trouble for that?
Yeah, he got in trouble for that, yeah.
Listen, first of all, I love Dwyane Wade. He's a Chicago man, fantastic basketball player. Love the way he carries himself. Wade has always carried himself in such a dignified manner. You know what I mean? Wade has always been a silent guy. Never talked a lot of shit, only talked when he needed to say stuff. You know, I've seen a lot of interviews with the guy. I've always been a Dwyane Wade fan. That's his family, first off. You don't fuck with anybody's child. His child, if he wants to be called Zaya, so be it. But what Boosie said was, I agreed with Boosie, but Boosie said it in Boosie's way. I mean, what did they want Boosie to go? I think you should not cut off his penis because that will fuck up the hormonal balances. Boosie ain't gonna give it to you. He said, don't cut off his dick, dog. Come on, man. He don't even know when he gonna get his next meal, dog. Don't cut his dick off, man. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I laughed. It was hilarious, but I understand why maybe, I mean, if he saw Dwyane Wade, if they knew each other, he would have said it that way to him. You understand? He would have said it that, but I think Boosie was saying it in a caring way, like, yo, you know, don't do that because these kids don't know. He might change when he gets older. When he's 18, he might like a chick. He was totally right. It's the same thing when Snoop Dogg said about Gayle. He's like, yo, dog head ass bitch. You know, Snoop was right in his feeling that Gayle was disrespectful to Kobe's family. Lisa Leslie was like, chill, what are you talking about? Gayle was fucking wrong, 100%. Now, Snoop saying bitch was a little overboard. It was hilarious. I laughed like a motherfucker, you know, but Snoop was right in how we were feeling. And I think that Jada Pinkett, when he went to the red table, she was wrong in saying I was hurt. It wasn't about you, Jada. Snoop was right, but Snoop went a little overboard, calling her a bitch. I get that part, but Snoop was correct in his feeling. She was off and she was wrong. And I thought Jada Pinkett's interview was off. I thought it was wrong. I thought she trapped Snoop. I think Snoop was right. I think Snoop could have just been like, you know what? My fault for calling her a bitch in that part, but I'm not apologizing for how I felt because you were disrespectful. Has anybody apologized to Vanessa Bryant? What the fuck? Has anybody apologized to Vanessa Bryant? Nobody. Everybody's about themselves. I mean, I'm talking about the red table. Did they say, hey, Vanessa, our fault, the disrespect? It's about, oh, I felt disrespected. What the fuck was that? And I'm not dogging Jada Pinkett. I like Will, I like all of them, but I thought that interview was off. I thought it was totally, totally wrong, personally. You know what I mean? Snoop Dogg was right in his emotion. He was fucking definitely correct. You were disrespectful. How come you haven't interviewed Harvey Weinstein with that shit? Snoop was right. And sometimes it's like the street cats are the ones that are coming up and defending. You know, Boosie's like, hey, man, don't cut his dick off. He said it in a street manner. But what he was saying was like, hey, man, don't go through that procedure because it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. That's all. It's just that the way they said it. It's all about how you serve it.
Well, I don't think that Dwyane's son / daughter is looking to actually get a medical procedure to remove his penis. I don't think at 12 years old that's even allowed. Is it?
I would hope not.
I don't think you can do a sex change before you're 18. I don't even think that's possible.
I don't think so either. I don't know. He just was, Boosie was just, either way, Boosie's just like, just don't screw the kid up chemically. You know what I mean? That's all he was saying. But I heard that Zaya comes out with half shirts and something like that, or I don't know. Someone was saying it was that he comes out with long nails and half shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like very adult.
Look at I actually looked it up. Doctors are generally reluctant to provide hormone therapy to youths under 16.
Reluctant. That doesn't mean they don't do it.
It could happen. And obtaining sex reassignment surgery prior to the age of 18 is almost impossible in most countries. So I think Boosie was getting ahead of himself. I don't think that they were cutting off his penis and,
Yeah.
and whatever else.
Yeah.
I think he's looking to express himself as a female now. He's got a female name. He dresses like a female. I don't know. I'm just thinking like at 12, I had no idea. I knew I liked girls, but I didn't know what type of girls I liked yet because I wasn't having sex at 12 yet.
Well, 12, yeah, 12, I was like, I liked girls around 12. Still liked baseball more.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a weird type of thing. You don't really know what you like yet if you haven't really experienced it yet. So how do you know that you want to present yourself as a female
Yeah.
if you've never been with a female or a male?
Yeah, but
I'm assuming.
I'm
assuming. I doubt, Dwyane Wade's daughter or son is sneaking away and having sex. Like,
yeah.
I just don't think so.
I really think that we can't force any agenda on anyone when they're that young.
Yeah.
You got to let them be and let them find their way. Because there's a lot of like, I think there are some people that are actually trying to tell little girls and boys, yeah, you're not a man, you're asexual. No, you leave that alone. Don't fucking do that. You let them naturally go where they go. If they're gay, they're gay. If they're not, they're not. Let people be. But there are a lot of situations where they are trying to force little kids into, no, you can dress up in a dress. You can let them find that shit out for themselves, man. Let them find that shit out for themselves. Because kids are impressionable. Remember that. Some kids, you got kids in these sex slave shit that are doing gay, like, sex acts that aren't even gay, but they're forced into it, so they think that's what's right. You got to be careful with that, and vice versa. You got to be careful with that kind of shit. You know what I mean? I think you got to let people be what they want to be and let it naturally happen. But at that young age, leave them alone, yo.